niggas going talking to the feds cause they slipped up. Just the quickest way for a nigga get zipped up.
June 13th, 2022, 3:30 in the morning, a bedroom in Dunkerk, Maryland. 16 gunshots shatter the silence. By the time the sun rises, a 20-year-old father is dead on the floor. The shooter? Gone. Vanished into the woods like he was never there. But here's what makes this case different. The victim wasn't a stranger breaking in. He was the ex-boyfriend. And the shooter? The new man in her bed? One walked in trying to save a relationship. The other walked out a killer. And the woman caught between them? She's never spoken publicly until now. Welcome to Forensic True Crime Stories, where we share true crime stories based on real events that deserve to be told. Kindly support us by subscribing to this channel and turn on the notification bell icon so you never miss a new story. Before we go any further, you need to meet the people who lost everything that night.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyree's mom, Lindsay, and
I'm his father, Roger.
so we just wanted to take this opportunity to come on his page and kind of talk about this journey that we have been on. We want to kind of give some of the back history to what caused us to take this journey. So 2 years later,
That's Lindsay Richardson, Tyree's mother. 25 years of marriage, 4 kids, a home built on love, structure, and showing up for each other every single day. And then, in one night, it all collapsed. Tyree wasn't supposed to die at 20. He was a father to a little boy named Cody, a son, a brother. He had a music career under the name FSO Gunk, albums out, a growing fan base. He owned a food truck called Despot 301, breakfast, lunch, dinner. He was building something real, and he bred dogs on the side. Ambitious, grinding, always moving forward. But on June 13th, he made a decision that would cost him his life. He walked into a house he thought was still his, and he walked into 16 bullets. So here's the question that kept me up at night. Was this self-defense, or was it murder disguised as protection? Because here's the thing, 16 shots isn't a warning. It's not even a reaction. It's a choice. And by the end of this video, you're going to have to decide for yourself. Was Terrance Yancey protecting his girlfriend? Or did he execute Tyree Richardson in cold blood? If you've ever ignored a red flag in a relationship, if you've ever gone back to someone you knew you shouldn't, you need to hear this story. Because one day, recognizing danger early might be the only thing standing between you and a body bag. Kindly hit that subscribe button. Not for me, for you. Let's rewind.
Hold it to this shit. But I'm all the way in this shit.
Next time a nigga try to jump on me in the pool, it's gonna be motherfucking fight night out this bitch. You Mexican motherfuckers don't know where not to dive at. Fuck.
Who was Tyree Richardson? Born April 26, 2002. Glendale, Maryland. His parents, Lindsay and Roger, raised 4 kids in a house that felt the way home should. Stable, loving. The kind of place where everybody showed up for Sunday dinner and you knew someone always had your back. By 20, Tyrie was already grinding harder than most people twice his age. He went by FSO Gunk, a rising rapper with albums out and a loyal following. But music wasn't his only hustle. He owned a food truck called Despot 301. Served breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything. He talked about it like it was more than business, like it was his way of giving back to the community. Ambitious, driven, family first. But Tyree had one fatal flaw. He believed in fighting for the people he loved, even when they didn't want to be saved. His ex-girlfriend and baby mama, Autumn Anderson, young, beautiful, and according to Tyree, the love of his life. They met in high school, started dating, had a kid together, Cody. On paper, it looked like a family in the making, but behind closed doors, it was a war zone, cheating, fights, breakups and makeups that never stuck. And here's where it gets weird. On Tyree's 18th birthday, April 26, 2020, someone tried to kill him. Multiple gunshots rang out as he came home from the club that night. He survived, barely. Only 2 people knew exactly where he'd be that night. Autumn and one close friend. Tyrie grew suspicious, but he let it go. Love, it seems, can blind you to even the most obvious setups. So April 26th was Tyree's birthday. I had got somebody to come in, do an at-home massage for him. I had cooked brunch. I had went out, got him gifts. We went out to dinner with his family, and then we went to the club. She says she went all out for his birthday: massage, brunch, gifts, dinner with family, the club. But here's the thing. None of Tyree's friends showed up. Not one. His best friend Boog, who lived with them, was mysteriously absent the entire day. It was like they sensed something was wrong. When he sits back to hit his joint, it was like almost immediately he just took off. I just saw a fast motion past the car, and I just saw another fast motion past the car, Autumn stated. Someone knew exactly where Tyrie would be and when he'd be vulnerable. The setup was too precise, too calculated to be random. Yet somehow Tyrie survived that night. But surviving the first attempt only made him more determined to figure out who wanted him dead. And that investigation? It led him straight back to the woman sleeping beside him. Now let's talk about the man who pulled the trigger, Terrance Kenneth Yancey, 22 years old, from Washington, D.C. And by June 2022, he was Autumn's new boyfriend, living in the house Tyrie paid for, sleeping in the bed Tyrie bought, with the woman Tyrie was still fighting to keep. Yancey wasn't some random guy. He was the answer to Tyrie's worst fear, that Autumn had moved on. And on the night of June 13th, when Tyrie walked into that bedroom at 3:30 a.m., hoping to talk things out, Yancey was already there, waiting. Still not subscribed? That's fine. Go ahead and scroll past. But when you need to understand how a love triangle turns deadly, when you're wondering if someone you know is in danger, don't come looking for answers you could have had right now. Your call. June 13th, 2022, 3:28 a.m. Tyrie pulls up to the house. He doesn't call, doesn't text, just walks in. Autumn's asleep. Yancey's asleep. And then the bedroom door opens. He came unannounced. He didn't tell me. I was unaware that he was coming or had plans even to come. At 3:28, he comes through the door. I was asleep. And to my knowledge, Trey was asleep. I woke up to shots, Autumn stated, 16 of them, one after another after another. I hopped up at the first one. Trey is literally sitting up in the bed, shooting in the doorframe, and I see Tyrie's silhouette in the doorframe. When I'm running out of the room, Tyrie is literally falling into the room as he's being shot. Autumn runs out of the room. Yancey keeps firing. By the time it's over, Tyree Richardson is dead on the floor. And Terrance Yancey, he's gone. Yancey didn't stick around to explain. He ran. Into the woods. Into the night. Calvert County deputies launched a massive manhunt. K-9 units, helicopters, neighborhood lockdowns. For 24 hours, Yancey was a ghost. Residents were told to stay inside, lock their doors, report anything suspicious, because somewhere out there, an armed man who just fired 16 shots was hiding. They found him in a wooded area near the 10-800 block of Town Center Boulevard. 2:43 a.m., June 14th, exactly 24 hours after the shooting. He didn't resist, but he also didn't talk. Right now, someone you know might be in a situation like this. A toxic relationship, a jealous ex, a new partner who's one argument away from snapping. If you're not subscribed, you're missing the stories that teach you how to spot danger before it's too late. Don't wait until it's someone you love on the news.
Damn, bro, what you signed a deal or something today, bro?
QC United, man.
You said QC?
QC United.
That's all right there.
April 2023. Terrance Yancey goes to trial. The prosecution's case? Simple. 16 shots isn't self-defense. It's execution. Senior Assistant State's Attorney Christopher Monty laid it out for the jury. Over 300 pieces of physical evidence, ballistics, shell casings, bullet trajectories. The defense, equally simple. Tyrie broke in. Yancey protected his girlfriend. For a week, the jury heard testimony. Ballistics experts described how the shots came from multiple angles, some at close range, some after Tyrie had already fallen. Autumn testified. Cold, detached, no tears. He was shot 16 times. 4 other people were in the house that night. 4 counts of reckless endangerment proved that Yancey's barrage of gunfire put everyone at risk. And then there was the evidence destruction charge. After the shooting, Yancey didn't just run. He tried to cover his tracks, likely destroyed the weapon or his phone. That's not panic. That's calculation. The jury deliberated, and on April 17, 2023, they came back with a verdict. Guilty, but not of murder. Voluntary manslaughter. The jury believed Yancey acted in the heat of passion, that Tyrie's intrusion, uninvited, unannounced at 3:30 a.m., was enough to trigger a non-rational, rage-fueled response. 16 shots. Manslaughter, not murder. July 28, 2023. Judge Mark Chanley sentenced Yancey to 18 years, minimum 9 before parole. The judge said it plainly. The violence was excessive, the danger was real, and the community needed protection. State's Attorney Robert Harvey called the case well tried and said it brought justice to Tyrie's family. But did it? So here's my question for you. 16 shots, manslaughter, not murder. Do you think that's justice? Or did the system fail Tyrie's family twice? Once when he was killed, and again when the law called it passion instead of murder? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to know where you stand. For Lindsay and Roger Richardson, the verdict didn't bring their son back. It didn't erase the 3:30 a.m. phone call that shattered their world. I personally did not expect the response that we received. I always knew Tyrie was loved, but I didn't know he was loved this way.
Dad, never been through this. Can't judge me.
You got really
I rolled up, got like this.
Funeral services were held at Reed Temple AME Church. Friends, family, and community members came together to mourn a life cut short. For Autumn Anderson, life moved on. She's never spoken publicly about that night beyond a single social media post. Never addressed the accusations that she set Tyrie up. Never explained why she seemed so unbothered by his death. And for Terrance Yancey, he's behind bars. 9 years minimum before he sees daylight again. But the question remains, was he a protector or a killer? Our deepest condolences go out to the family and loved ones of Tyree Richardson, especially to his young son, who must now grow up carrying the love and memory of his father. Tyrie's life was taken far too soon, leaving behind a void that words can never truly fill. May his son always know the strength, kindness, and spirit his father carried, and may the family find comfort in knowing that Tyrie's legacy will live on through him. Though the pain is immeasurable, we pray that healing and peace will embrace all who mourn this heartbreaking loss. Rest in eternal peace, Tyrie. Gone, but never forgotten. Here's what this case teaches us. Love can make you blind. Desperation can make you reckless. And rage, unchecked, uncontrolled, can turn you into something you never thought you'd be. Tyrie walked into that house thinking he could fix what was broken. He was wrong. Yancey pulled the trigger, thinking he was protecting what was his. He was wrong too. And somewhere in the middle, Autumn watched it all happen. No tears, no panic, just cold, detached observation. Who's really to blame here? If you've made it this far and still haven't subscribed, I need you to do something for me. Go to the comments right now. Tell me why you're willing to risk missing the one story that could change how you see danger. Are you fearless? This is Forensic True Crime Stories, where we don't just tell you what happened. We make you think about why it happened and what you'd do if it happened to you. Dear viewers, if you found this investigation insightful, kindly like and share this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for future updates. It will mean a lot to us and encourage us to keep bringing you these true crime stories. Because the next story, it might be closer to home than you think. Thanks for watching till the end, and until our next video, stay safe.